to our future kids. Hi.
Your mother has me in a jacuzzi out in the snow. You see that snow in the back?
That's so romantic.
She's trying to kill me.
We're back for episode number 2 of Betrayal, Single, and Pregnant. Again, my name is Shayla. I am here sharing my personal experience of what I am currently going through. The reason I'm doing this video, I didn't really talk about it too much in my last video, is because what I'm going through, I feel like somebody else can possibly relate. There are a quadrillion people in the world, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that is going through this. So I feel like if I share my story, this is safer, this is more legal than to lash out, pop up, and do all types of crazy things that my son would probably be looking at me behind bars if I did realistic. Look what happened, thank you God. Realistically. So shout out to Hulu. They're the ones that inspired me to create this series. Hulu has a documentary called Betrayal, and it is season number 2. It's called Fertility Fraud. So I love crime. So I was watching that one day, and it's about a woman sharing her story that she was dating this guy. He told her that he could not have kids, and she had already had a son. So of course they're not using protection or whatever. So when she finds out she's pregnant, he like flips. He like just doesn't want anything to do with her. He's saying it's a medical mistake. And then he says he has a vasectomy. So she went through this whole pregnancy by herself. And then when her daughter was born, she had some medical complications and needed his blood or something. And he's saying that he wasn't gonna be there. Good luck with her daughter. Long story short, she filed for child support and found out that he had other kids. And then she went on Facebook and made a group and found out that this man has a whole bunch of kids. He dates women, has kids with them. He dates women, gets them pregnant, and then leaves them. So I'm like, whoa, that is crazy. Mine isn't as crazy, but it's the same boat. Like, okay, you got me now, and now you want to do the deuces. So, okay, gotcha. So I'm not making no Facebook group or nothing right now, but I have a feeling if my son's dad has multiple children, okay, well maybe there's other women out there just like me, you know? He did travel around the world. I did too, but I don't have no kids. But you know what? I want to pause on that part because I feel bad when I say that because I almost had a son. His name would have been Sincere, like I've shared multiple times. But unfortunately, he's in heaven right now. So that's not when I meet somebody, I'm not lying when they say, do I have kids? And I might say no. But at the same time, I'm not going to just keep flying out. Yes, I do have a son, but he's in heaven. That's kind of, I don't know, just kind of how I feel about it. So he didn't mention any of his kids were in heaven. So that's the only difference. Mine's in heaven and yours are where? Here on earth? Okay, so you lied. Background. I come from a mixed family. Papa was a Rolling Stone. No, he wasn't. But I just think that's kind of funny when I explain to people how many siblings I have. My mom, she had one when she met my dad. So, again, I have half siblings. I've always known about my siblings. That's the only difference with my little son and what he's about to experience. You know, I just found out that he has siblings. So I understand what it's like to have a big family. I understand what it's like to have half siblings. But my dad taught us that we all have the same blood running through us. Ever since I was 18, I always said, I'm not dating anybody with kids because when I get married one day, I want to have kids with somebody and we start our own family. I believe God made me to be a stepmother. I don't know why I thought that. But as soon as I hit my 20s, every other guy that I really liked had kids. So I had to back away from my little restriction or my little boundary of not dating nobody with kids because the ones that I really liked had kids. So I was like, okay, let me try to see it on the other side and look at them as a father. How are they with their children, the relationship, the mother, their relationship, the co-parenting? How is that? That can make me really love someone or say, maybe this is not for me, based on how you treat your child. So with my son's dad, in the beginning, I asked, do you have any children? No. So here's a conversation that he and I had, I don't know what month this was, January, February. It couldn't have been, maybe December. I said, well, if you don't, we can go to a sperm bank. He said, or something, he said he was kidding. He said, you think I can't have kids? I said, I have no idea. You've never gotten anyone pregnant? I should have put a question mark, but I put dots. And he said, neither, because I thought something was wrong because I wasn't getting pregnant. And I knew I had gotten pregnant before. So naturally, over the age of 35, he's over the age of 35, you ask somebody. I mean, are you sure there's not a chance that you've never got nobody pregnant? Like you've never had a scare? Like I'm asking all these questions to try to do a little investigation because it's just rare that a black man in the United States of America over the age of 35, you just have never had children. You've never had a scare, nothing, like no oops, nothing. And then, I mean, as much as he enjoyed that activity, really? So that's how I was kind of asking. He said, it's neither of us. It's going to happen when it's supposed to. Nothing's wrong with us. Stop saying that. Okay. Oh, true, but God will allow us to birth multiple children together. I love evidence. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. That is specifically to me and to my son. My son will be taught by myself and by my dad how to treat a woman, how that God has created us to be sensitive, emotional, vulnerable women that choose your words wisely. Be a man of your word. Your actions will always speak louder than your words. If you hurt someone's feelings, say I'm sorry. When I say I'm going to pour into him all the things that men have done to me, and it's not like done like I've just been so abused in all my relationships. No, but because I'm different than other women, mommy has facial hair, mommy has body hair. Hell, we might be growing it together. Okay, I know that's not funny, but he's a preteen. I'm just going through my weekly waxing session and we could be going through this together. But if you do see a woman, any woman, doesn't have to be the ones you're dating, if she looks different, don't judge, don't stare, don't criticize. If you feel you know her well enough to ask her questions, then do that. But do not ever, ever drag someone on and not let them know how you feel in the nicest way possible. And if you did an activity that has consequences to where there's a future that is defined by financially you'll be taking care of this person for the rest of your life, man up. I'll be darned if he does what his dad did to me. There's no way. I don't care if you are 18, 25, 37, 42, 58. You will never do that because then I'm coming for you because I raised you better than that. So when I look at that Bible verse, and I've heard it my whole life, and that God gave me a son, I'm not nervous to raise a man. If anything, I have great qualities, great instruction. And then I do have a father that is in my life that can help teach him how to be a man, because I'm not a man, so there are things that he's going to experience. I don't know how to teach him that, but thank God for his grandfather that's in his life that he'll do that for me. So as a team, we could work together to make the best man that has ever been born in the United States of America in 2026. Period. Period, boo. Yes, son. Go CJ. Go CJ. Ooh, 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 ooh. The last thing I want to say on this episode is I'll be praying for his children. He only told me that my son was not his first, and then he had mentioned daughters. So if anything, I'll be praying for his daughters, praying for them as they grow up, as they mature, as they date people, that they will never experience what their father has put me through when it comes to the deception and the lies. As a woman, as a man, even it doesn't matter who you are. When someone lies to you for a very long time and you have proof of messages, videos, they've come to meet your parents, they've gone on trips, they've met coworkers, the deception behind it is mind-blowing. It makes you sit down and stop and think about, am I on an Ashton Kutcher show? Like, am I on a Lifetime movie that I didn't sign my consent to? Like, who's the actor or who's in this movie besides me? Because I feel like I'm in a movie. So if his daughters ever see this video or as they ever grow up, I pray that God will not allow them to suffer in any relationships or be treated by a man that can't be honest, that can't just leave someone alone. If you broke up with somebody, back off. Don't keep coming back. Just leave them alone. Just back off. Just go away. I'm going to pray for my son as well. If I do allow him to grow up, to meet these siblings, that he still does have respect. God gave you to me, but it was between your father and I that brought you here together. So mommy is mad, mommy is hurt, mommy is heartbroken, but you can still respect him in the sense of he is your father, your dad, whatever word you want to call him. But to a distance to where if you don't want a relationship with him, that's fine with me. You know, that's between the two of you. But I'm not going to harp and dog his dad because he does have some good qualities. And he is a man. So however you want to interpret that, that is what he is to you. Period. So I actually am excited about the next episode on this Betrayal, Single and Pregnant. I am feeling so much better than I was because I am speaking my truth. I've gotten some nasty comments the last couple of days, and that's okay. This video was not to bash him or dog him. It was to tell the truth. It was to share what I had to say, what I'm going through, and what he did, and what we created together, which was CJ. So, in between that, we had a whole movie I didn't even know I was a part of. That's why I'm making these series, is that I was the star in a movie that I did not know I was going to be a part of. If I knew I was going to be a part of it, I would have acted my role better than what I have been instead of being the woe is me little black girl that's just lost, looking like a deer in headlights because she's just stuck. No, I would have played my role. But it's okay. So anyways, I cannot wait for the next episode. I will see you guys then.